As we continue our quest to showcase entrepreneurial activities, this week Justine Willoughby interviews business partners in a novel building solution that helps preserve your roof as well as assist in reducing energy costs in homes and businesses.
Today on The Achievers, we're speaking with Mr. Vaughan Morris, Director of Seal Sprayed Solutions. What exactly is the spray polyurethane foam that is offered by Seal Sprayed Solutions?
Our product it's a spray applied waterproofing membrane, for want of a layman description. It's sprayed onto the roof as a liquid and hardens very quickly. Within a minute you can walk on it. Hardens to an inch to an inch and a half thick coating. It's seamless because it's water, it's applied as a liquid, so it goes on, it forms a monolithic covering over your roof, and it waterproofs and insulates. So what that means, it keeps if you have a concrete roof which tends to heat up during the summer, it stops the heat from getting into the slab, makes the home very comfortable. In an office environment, it takes the load off of your air conditioning units, so your utility bills will come down. You put your AC under less stress.
When and why did you start the company?
The company started in December 2002. We went into full operation I think around March 2003. Started off with a small crew of about 6, and we're up to about 50. In terms of staff complement now. In terms of starting it, we actually used the product on a building that we had, and we're very impressed by how it performed, and we actually went into partnership with that person back in 2003. Yeah.
So where does the product originate from? Is it from overseas?
It was developed in the 1960s, 1970s, and we import our raw materials out of the United States and Mexico, more or less. Yeah.
What are the advantages of this product to the consumer?
Well, roofs leak, so it's a very durable product, long-lasting. It's one of the closest things you can get to a lifetime product. They have roofs that are upwards of 30 years old, 40 years old, still performing as good as the day they were put on, with some maintenance, of course, along the way. So you have a very durable product, very long-lasting, and in terms of energy consumption, your building becomes much more efficient, so you're going to cut down on your utility costs. We have done some studies and seen up to 30% reduction in cooling costs for buildings. So it's basically a product that can pay back for itself in a few years.
Oh, especially in Jamaica.
Yes, especially, and the higher your utility costs is the more sense it makes. Yeah. Some of the other advantages are on a corrugated sheeted roof, a zinc roof, what we call a zinc roof in Jamaica. It encapsulates your whole roof. So from a hurricane point of view, it makes the building a lot stronger. You don't have any individual sheets to lift off and go sailing in a hurricane. Same thing with dechromatic roofs or tiled roofs. We can spray on just about any substrate: wood, concrete, corrugated sheeting. So it strengthens your building, your roof structure, your roof assembly. It gives, we have done quite a few schools because it also quiets down the building from noise. On these zinc roofs are very noisy when you have a heavy rainfall. So it will quiet down the building, where you need that type of application.
Is this product effective on any type of structure or building?
Just about. Like most roofing products, the application, the product, the application is a big part of it. You can have the best product, if it's not applied properly, it's going to fail. So it comes down to workmanship. A big part of it is workmanship and how it's applied. Depending on the type of structure, you might have more or less preparation to do. Sometimes you might have to tear off what is there in terms of the old time tar and chip and mastic and the membranes and these sort of things. If the roof is in fairly good shape, you can spray on top of what is there with some general cleaning and power washing and so on.
We're speaking with Mr. Robert Silvera, Director of Seal Sprayed Solutions. Give us some examples of buildings and other structures that you've used this product on effectively.
We've used this product on several types of buildings, substrates, running from the most common in Jamaica, which would be a concrete or referred to as a slab roof. The sheeted roofs, which would encompass metal sheeted roofs, fiberglass shingle sheeted roofs, and even up to clay tiles, which wouldn't be a sheeting, but the only roof structure that we haven't really done a lot of is on the wood shingles, and it's more from an aesthetic point of view rather than an incompatibility. We can think of many roof types bordering from hotels, commercial buildings, industrial buildings, many residentials, you name it. We've done from the very smallest slab roof up to, you know, huge 100,000 square foot roof structures, and we have yet to come across anything that it doesn't really apply to, with the exception of just the aesthetic consideration in a very few of them.
This product has also been used in decorative applications. Give us some examples of that.
We've done several casinos on the inside where artisans have actually fashioned the product into various shapes. Should it be to look like a bottle for advertising one of our local beverages. In the casinos, they were done to look almost like dungeon walls and stuff. It was really unbelievable. We did the expo, the tourism expo in Trinidad, I think it was 2007, where they did an entire interior of a building. And when the artisans were finished with it, you had all kinds of cave-looking settings with iguanas and prehistoric looking trees and stuff like that. It was incredible. So it really is an excellent product for working with from a decorative point of view.
Well, there's so many uses for the...
Absolutely. We have one gentleman now who does props for advertisers and who has done some stuff of a permanent nature where it's three-dimensional, and you'd have to go up to it and touch it to not believe it's the right thing. It's unbelievable.
Justine also interviewed another director of Seal Spray Solutions, William Tavares Finson.
What are your plans for the future of Seal Sprayed Solutions?
Well, I think we're committed to the manufacturing process in Jamaica. I think that as a company we had started off on a very innovative technology, and we want to continue that, but we really want to make it more indigenous to Jamaica. So I think manufacturing is big, we feel, in our future. Manufacturing in the range of what we're doing, which is waterproofing and insulation. With the sprayed polyurethane foam, I think we've reached really the ultimate that we can do in terms of the manufacturing process, but in terms of other waterproofing products, say the liquid rubber, we're hoping we can do more of that process here now in Jamaica, and so do more value added in the country, and possibly look to the region thereafter. Speaking of the region, I think that focus is quite big in our plans also. As you know, we are already in Trinidad, but we would like to expand that, and we would also like to look at other countries within the area that we could expand to, whether we do it through a franchise operation or we work along with opening up companies there with partners.
What about the recent economic downturn? Did it affect your company in any way?
It has affected us, I think, as it has affected everybody. It has affected us negatively from the standpoint that yes, it's very important that if your roof is leaking or if your building is very hot and you need some insulation to cut back in electricity bill, that this is a perfect product. But in an economy where people aren't very sure what their horizons are financially, they are going to look twice before spending the dollar. They are going to think about whether or not to proceed with this project at this time or wait. And so when you couple that with the last couple of years where we had a drought also, where it wasn't raining as much, we did see a decline in terms of demand. Now it's, we're seeing a recovery again, and I think we're very optimistic for this new year. But yeah, definitely in terms of just general performance, we did see a downturn which followed quite closely with the whole building industry and the general downturn there.